Thank you for joining us today at Yom for another episode of XP Talks. This session is being recorded and it's going to be live on both social networks of XP Network and on the XP Network website, and hopefully as well on the CyberCity side and all of the socials and website as well. So it's very great to have you today. Thank you for giving us the time to talk a bit more about CyberCity, about XP Network, about CyberCity going multi-chain and utilizing the XP Network bridge. And we're very much looking forward to hear in about 60 seconds for the community who joined us today and for those who will be listening after, what is it that CyberCity is actually doing? So can you give us a quick recap?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the mission of CyberCity project is to create an open economy game that combines the immersive world of MMO gaming with the power of blockchain technology. So we aim to provide a unique gameplay experience where players can explore, build, battle, and trade in a dynamic and interconnected virtual universe. For now, we have active alpha testing and alpha tournament where you can try our game. And also there are some awards like NFTs, cyber token, and loot boxes. So ultimately, we aim to build a thriving community of players, developers, and investors who share our passion for innovative gaming experience. Together, we can shape the future of gaming and drive the widespread adoption of blockchain technology. I think that's it.
Thank you for that. And that's great. And can you please give us a quick recap about the team, how many people you are in the team, and what the team is based on? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So, as for me, I'm a business development manager. Now I'm based in Indonesia, but I was born in Russia. And as for our team, I think now we have about 30 people in our team. We have two co-founders. They're two very experienced serial entrepreneurs. Also have very good, very experienced CEO. His name is Denis. He's also from Russia, but he is based in Bangkok, Thailand now. And our rest team we mostly have remote team, and they're spread all over the world.
That's great. Thank you. So for the protocol that you guys decided to build CyberCity on, is overall you guys started on a single protocol, or was it a couple that you started right away?
At first, we have started using Phantom protocol. We was developing on it maybe about half a year. But then we moved to Polygon network, and I think because of cheaper fees and faster transactions, and now our main protocol is Polygon, and sometimes and we are thinking also about connecting with other blockchains.
Got it. So that's exactly one of the parts that I want to speak about, connecting to other blockchains, which is the multi-chain prospect. And of course, this is something that is done extremely easy with connecting up to the one single point, which is actually the NFT bridge and the NFT bridge API. But before we dive into that, I would like to cover a couple of more points about CyberCity. So what would you say, because looking at your website, explosive graphics, truly beautiful, looks like something that is going to be really engaging. And one of the things that we always say to the project that we are going live with is when we started in 2021, NFTs were basically at the point that it was more about graphics and about valuation and arts, which is great. But what we see right now is what we wanted to see from the market, right? So this is true utilization of the market and having NFTs on different kinds of creative ideas, and especially leading up with the games and metaverses. This is exactly what is, from our perspective, engaging the off-crypto community to join into the market and to actually dive into the NFT and to the crypto space altogether. So without a doubt, your graphics and the time that you guys put on it is something that is going to attract not just crypto people, right? So it's going to attract also off-crypto community. And I'd like to ask, on your perspective for that, what is your approach for the off-crypto community, and how do you guys plan on onboarding more than just those who are already very much oriented with the crypto market?
So we have some big plans. For example, we not just play the earn game. we basically a free to play game, and we have different devices that our game can run for. And as for NFTs and all these things, now basically NFTs is not just about some tradable asset, but it's about utility and usability in game. So like in different games like World of Warcraft or something like this, you have some items, but in Web3 games, all the items are NFTs, and it can be trusted that this one is yours, or you can sell it, and using blockchain, it will be just instrument for ownership of the item. So we're looking for not for just Web3 people or crypto people. We are also trying to engage just people who are really into cyberpunk, all the cyberpunk style, and all the just gaming gamers who like JRPG games and something like strategic games, because we have sort of different styles in our game. And you also can earn. You can not play game, but just own NFTs, stake it, and earn by just owning NFTs. So we have really wide, like cyberverse that can attract different types of people, and all of this is sort of mass adoption focus.
Got it. Thank you for that. Can you give us a bit of a perspective on your creative process on designing and creating all of the graphics of Cyber City? Did you guys do it yourself? Did you hire an outside studio for that? What did you have in mind when you created this world of Cyber City?
Well, to be honest, at first, our CEO, Dennis, he have a great idea about all this. He create all the characters, all the background of the world, and at first we haven't got in-house team. It was sort of on outsource, but after trying some different studios, we decided to do it all by ourselves, because when in-house team, it's much more reliable, much easier to make them understand what you want. And now we have our own game development studio. It named Neon Labs, and it grew just because of creating the Cyber City game. So we also have their game designers, artists, game artists. I mean, all our NFTs was made by our own game design studio. So it's really interesting to see how it's like uh, progressing, how it's building from zero to existing gaming studios, game development studios.
So, thank you for that review regarding to the everything copyright perspective. And now one of the things that is extremely important, and we see that in more and more projects that are coming more prominent, is the utility of the NFTs themselves. So on top of having the NFTs of Cyber City taking part in the world that you guys are building, can you please break it down for us? What are the utilities that you actually, or I would say the unique utilities that Cyber City brings to the NFTs and their capabilities?
So we have different type of NFTs. There are NFT characters, and it is just you can build your in-game team. I mean, like band that can fight, and when you're in game, you have characters that are really based on your NFTs. The rarity really depends on the strengths of their characteristics and other things. It's like the main utility of the NFTs. As we go forward, also we have sort of staking program. It calls secret missions, and it's all about we have a map of cyber city, the different districts, and different districts are gain for you different resources and different amount of tokens. I mean, it can be like harder district or lower or weaker district. And for example, for harder this district, you need 100 points of energy. And if you need 100 points of energy, you need to get on this secret mission like three of your legendary NFTs. But for weaker district, you need only one usual NFT, common NFT. And for sure, if you get for secret mission your legendary NFTs, they will earn much more tokens than on weaker district. And also, we have NFTs that are lands, and lands are also will have some utility, but it's not built yet. I mean, they are existed, but you can't earn on it yet. You can just sell and buy. It's an upcoming feature. And one more thing about our secret missions, it's AI driving. I mean, all the situations that take place in during the secret missions are generated by AI, and you can see in real time how your NFTs, your NFT characters, are behaving in different situations, like how they fight, how they do the mission, and all these things. And it's really interesting because when you have sort of like cyber samurai, it's one of our characters. You get him to secret mission, and just during the process, you can read how he does this mission, and all the missions are unique. I think it's really amazing to see how AI helping for you to maximize the immersion of the game.
Got it. And currently, your NFTs, let's talk about this, that your NFTs are live. So that's, first of all, congratulations. And they are traded in more than one protocol, right?
For now, we have our own marketplace, which built on Polygon, as I said earlier. And inside this, it's only one protocol, yeah. But if you're using some bridges, it can be more than one for sure.
Great. So that takes us to the next step, which is talking about going multi-chain. So you guys already moved NFTs across the XP network bridge. So that means that you already experienced moving NFTs across the multi-chain. So how was your experience for that part?
That's interesting experience, to know all the power of the cross chain platforming, cross chain bridging, and uh, I think it's more interesting for users who can use the blockchain that they prefer to play our game without changing it.
Yes, of course. So this is what we are mainly focusing for, and this is what we have the grand vision for XP.NETWORK and the technology altogether, is to make it super available for users from crypto side, non-crypto side, to come over and interact with CyberCity and other games and other applications and features on different blockchains, on different NFTs, without the hassle of going between the different blockchains, setting up different wallets and so on. So this is the kind of seamless experience that we want to see in the market altogether. And we are, glad to offer its first steps right now, fully available to integrate with more than 30 blockchains in an instant, basically. So you guys already experienced, moving the NFTs with the XP Network Bridge. And what are your thoughts with actually having CyberCity available on all of those chains? So did you have any thoughts internally within the team about actually, having the ability to sell your NFTs more than one platform, basically immediately?
Yeah, for sure. It can give us a really wider follower base, and now for example, we have situation when we was talking with Blue Moon Marketplace. Yeah, and we was having some discussion with them, but then they said, "Oh, sorry, you are only on Polygon protocol. We we can't work with you." And for sure, after this discussion, we have some thoughts of moving to other platforms, so other blockchains, to not to be focused on just Polygon.
Got it. Okay, so that's great, and we're looking forward to make this available for you guys. So as soon as you guys are ready to move the NFTs and to be available on all of those platforms, this is something that you guys can already do by being connected to the XP Network bridge. And moving along, before we move on to Dima's part to talk more about the integration and how it works with CyberCity and XP Network bridge, I'd like to ask about your perspective about the NFT market in the next few years. So, how do you guys see it actually growing and changing and shifting, considering all the changes that we've had in the last few months?
Sorry, can you please repeat? I have some problems with my connection.
Sure.
Can you?
So, my question was, how do you guys see the NFT market changing and shifting in the next few years?
Yeah, thank you for your question. It's a really, like important question for NFT based game. So the current NFT market is in a state of rapid evolution. I think what began primarily as a space of digital art and collectibles has expanded into numerous sectors, including gaming, music, real estate, and even intellectual property rights. This growth is indicative of widespread recognition of NFTs, and I think NFTs is a revolutionary tool for asserting ownership in the world of digital digital art and all these things. And as I said earlier, for gaming, it's really useful to use NFTs like something that can be utility and not just a nice picture, but even some character with its own characteristics and all these things. And in my opinion, the NFTs like we know before, like apes and all these things, like which only gives you the picture and nothing more. I think it's going to end. But the NFT with real utility that can be used in game, that can be used in maybe some sectors like real estate, it will grow moreover than before. I think we are on the side of we are on the age of new time of using the NFTs.
All right. So from our side, we pretty much share that opinion. If we truly see that the NFT market is going to be in the next few years and in the next time shifting to the point that we really are going to see more users and more adoption in terms of different varieties of NFTs, right? So this is basically the same, I would say, trend that we see happening to this point, that NFTs are really shifting and changing in the way that what they are, but the idea behind them is still, in our perspective, and in a lot of others' perspective, right? Especially blockchains that are really putting big bets on the market, on NFT markets, on making interoperability technologies that are dedicated for NFTs as well, to really have the ability to support that graphic representation of crypto, right? So this is what we see NFTs are for, right? To put some graphic and to put ease of use for the crypto market to make it more seamless and more mainstream. So from our perspective, everything you said and more, we really see that NFTs are still going to become and are aimed to become, the biggest driver of crypto and crypto community into making the market much more streamlined and much more, I would say, ease of access altogether to all users. All right. So without further ado, I'd like to move on to Dima to talk a bit more about our integration process between CyberCity and XP.NETWORK. So Dima, please give us a quick review about how the process has been done to this point and what should we expect next.
Well, we had an opportunity to help the guys bridge some NFTs to Binance, and some NFTs were bridged during the challenge. So this team was the first team that we hosted on our challenge platform, where users had some tasks to accomplish, and then they were rewarded depending on how many tasks they accomplished. And several users managed to transfer NFTs, and they got their rewards for doing so. So basically, our bridge works like this. We hold the NFTs in a special contract for holding NFTs. This is a security measure that prevents direct interaction of the NFT collection contract with the bridge contract. And this way, because they don't interact, there's no way they can be used for hacking our contract. And then another contract is deployed on the chain of destination for holding the NFTs that arrive there. And this is the ledger of those NFTs on a foreign chain. It has the same name, the same symbol, the same royalties as we had in the original NFT collection contract, but on a foreign chain. And of course, it's deployed according to the rules of the foreign chain. And if it's not an EVM blockchain, then obviously the contract will be different. Which is very good because you don't even have to know the technology of the chain of destination. Everything is done for you automatically by the bridge, which is very convenient. You can easily migrate to any chain we have integrated, which like gives you complete freedom of choice where you want to go. So all you have to do is just connect with the team of a blockchain, discuss whether they're interested to help you integrate into the ecosystem. And if so, they could help you with a marketing campaign or promotion inside their ecosystem, because their community is used to listening to announcements and interesting offers from the blockchain team. And if that happens, then that's a good opportunity for you to migrate or partially migrate your collection to any blockchain. And then with this, I also have a couple of questions about your collections that probably could also help us in the future to better suit your needs in bridging. So as far as I understood, you started from Phantom and then you decided to go on with Polygon, which is a great choice. It's a layer 2 blockchain, which is cheap and sometimes fast, and it's not congested. But as you know, Polygon has problems. Sometimes it can be very congested and your transaction will not be included in the block for quite a long time, like, I don't know, minutes or like tens of minutes, right? So have you been thinking about also being represented on other chains, EVMs or non-EVMs?
Yeah. As for congesting, as you said about congested transactions, sometimes it's happened, yeah, but it's not a big pain for us for now. But for our users, as I heard, sometimes the fees are big, and to be honest, we was thinking a lot about moving to other chains. We have also some, but yeah, like I think we need to start our project first to feel the full pressure of active users, because for now we're just on alpha stage, and after that we will think more about moving to the other, not moving, but some bridges and all these things. Yeah.
Got you. So you were the first project to participate in XP Challenge. How did you feel about it? What were the users' feedback about the challenge? Was it easy? Was it complicated? Were they happy with the rewards? Like, what is the feedback?
Yeah. So as a part of challenge, users were able to win available NFTs for completing various challenges. For example, they included bridging CyberCity NFTs from Polygon to BSC network, and it was accumulating more and more points as a bridge. So users also get points for transferring NFTs from any other collection with XP.NETWORK. But to get ahead in the leaderboard, users needed to use CyberCity assets. And users were able to bridge CyberCity NFTs between Polygon and any of the 25 even more target chains that NFT bridge supports, not just BSC. And as I heard, our users was really impressed and happy about this opportunity, and they was taking part actively in this challenge. So yeah, that was really good, and we also really enjoy the process, and collaboration was sort of useful, and showing some pain points and some interesting. We have some interesting thoughts about bridging to other networks.
Amazing. Thanks for the great feedback. It's really pleasant to hear that your community was happy. And going to the next questions connected with probable bridging to other chains. Does anything change in an NFT during the gaming process? Like I saw that your character can be leveled up. So where is this information stored? Is it in a smart contract? Is it inside a game? For example, if I bought an NFT on Polygon, I played a little bit in your game, and then I decided to move it to some other blockchain, for example, Binance, because we already bridged there, and there's a contract waiting for those NFTs. And then I sold it to someone, let's say on Rarible. So this someone can this someone who bought this NFT keep this NFT on Binance and keep playing in your game, or this someone will have to return it to Polygon to feel the new level of this NFT that was earned by some other player?
Yes, for sure. The NFT has its own uh, number, and when you even bridge to other blockchain, it's still connected inside our game feature with its level, and it's not even depends which level or which chain you're using. The level will be the same, so it's totally seamless situation when you haven't got any troubles with bridging to other chains. All levels will be the same as before.
Great. So it means you can really bridge those NFTs to any blockchain, sell it to anyone, anywhere, and the gaming experience will be the same for the new owner of this NFT, correct?
Exactly. I think it's a really good stage in mass adoption of Web3 gaming.
Okay, sounds really, really cool. I also read that there is an opportunity of passive income for your audience who owe some sort of NFTs out of the ones that you have. As far as I understand, you're probably speaking about lands, right? So again, if this land was bought on Polygon and then bridged, for example, to Solana and sold to someone so that this someone can have a passive income, will it be possible for this someone to keep it on Solana and still earn something in your game?
To be honest, this feature is still in development stage, and I can't say you now. I can be sure in telling you this information, but I'm sure that this feature will be available, and it's using the bridge. It can be still available and still earn without any problems.
Yeah, I guess we will also have to integrate in your game a possibility or an option of listening to your collection smart contracts on other chains to do so, right? Because when you bridge to a foreign chain, the new owner of this NFT is this special contract on the chain of origin. Like for your case, it will be Polygon, right? So there will be a smart contract that will hold the NFTs on Polygon, and according to the knowledge of the chain, this contract will be the owner of this NFT, right? But because they will be on a foreign chain, there will be some other user who will actually own this NFT over there. So probably we will have to work with you together, help you integrate all those chains as well, and then you will know that this NFT was bridged, and then there will be really cross-chain experience for the users.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, great. So going to the next question. Right, you were saying in one part of your documentation that by the fourth quarter this year you will establish a new standard of P2E games. What do you mean by this? Like, what is the new standard? We're all excited to hear.
Uh, to be honest, maybe you're looking a bit old documents because now we totally changed our direction. We are not play to earn game, we are play and earn game. And I think in those documents that you're looking for, it's exactly the thing that I am talking about. Because when you play like in play to earn game, it's usually like you play to earn, but you don't feel interest of playing. You feel interest of earning. But you know, when it's happening like this, it's more like job than play than game. And we decided to change this situation and make the game really playable and interesting for gamers, and to make our users. The first thing that they are coming to for us, it's to play the game, and the second thing is to earn. So it's the earning is it's possible, and you can earn good if you have good strategy. But for sure, it really depends on exchange curves of token and all these things. But the main thing why are you going to come into our game? It's to play and to feel interest and to have some new gaming experience.
Great, thanks for explanation, and thanks for clarifying what you meant. I would be very happy to read your new documentation if you're saying that I was reading the old one. And it's really nice when players can enjoy the game, not only feel that it's a job that they have in crypto. Okay, so thank you for discussing this, and I guess we are back to Nir.
Thank you, Dima, and thank you, Artyom. Okay, so a couple of more final questions as we get close to the 1 hour mark. So, in terms of the roadmap for Cyber City, so what is planned for the next? Uh, I would say by the end of this year and for 2024.
So, as you asking for our plans, now we have strong focus on gathering new players, new users of our game, and that's why now we having alpha testing live and our airdrop where you can uh, win one to be one of the winners of 100,000 of our cyber tokens that will be given to people who to take part in game to reach the 5 level and when our alpha testing and the airdrop ends, and it will take place in the end of this month, in end of July. We're looking forward to develop beta of our game. I think it will be closer to end of this year. Also, we're looking for listen on success of our cyber token to give more to have more users of this token, and to also have more users in our game, also to increase the value of this token. And I think in the first quarter of the next year, I mean the 2024, we are looking forward for publish our Android and the iOS version of game, and for sure the stable version, the final version. But I can say the dates now. I think it's a question for our developing team.
Great, thank you. And in terms of, I would say, product release, is that something that you can give us a bit more light about what can we expect from CyberCity to release in the next year or so?
I think I already say everything that I know about next year, and all other things are really depends of our development team. And I'm so sorry, but this question is not for me because I mostly know about our closer plans in this year, end of this year, and start of next year, which I already say to you.
Okay, that's great. So, Atiom, I'd like to end up with a note of saying to the community a couple of words from you about where is the best place to start following Cyber City and where can the community start getting the best and latest news from everything you guys have going.
Yeah, so for sure, follow our Twitter. So I'm not just using our Twitter now to have this AMA. You can easily find it like Cyber City. We also have a Telegram group, Telegram channel with news, and Discord server. I think in every our social network we post in all actual updates and news, and I think if you visit our site, which is cybercity.game, you also can find all the information and links to all our communities and all our activities like alpha testing and airdrop, as I mentioned before. Thank you very much for this question and for all the questions above.
Thank you, Atom, for the time and for all the great answers that you've been providing. We're looking forward to continue our work together and see Cyber City going fully multi-chain with all of its NFTs. So, Atiom, thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye.